Now, increased enforcement on running red lights and keeping the city safer. The first cameras in Philadelphia, they were installed 6 years ago on Roosevelt Boulevard, but be prepared to see a whole lot more.
Yeah, dozens more red light cameras are being installed on the city's most dangerous areas. And Greg, what can you tell us about where these cameras will be going up?
Yeah, well, Dawn and Sheba, I mean, when you bring up the topic of red light cameras, it depends on who you're talking with. There's many mixed opinions about it. But with that being said, there are red light cameras here in Philadelphia and more are coming. More times than not, if you talk with a pedestrian or cyclist about roadway safety in Philly, they'll have much to say.
My head on the swivel the whole time. I'll be in the bike lane, I see somebody speeding down that joint, or I stop at the corner. And I'm thinking about to go on somebody, ready to go, so yeah.
Absolutely get to Kelly and run up and down Kelly. And I'd say this intersection is one of the most tricky because of all the traffic, as well as the one by the Art Museum.
That's why City Council has approved 7 new red light cameras to be installed in the city, including one right near the Art Museum at the intersection of Kelly Drive and Eakins Oval.
Great, because I have almost been hit multiple times up by the Art Museum, and I really think those red light cameras would add to pedestrian and runner safety.
The other 6 include North 20th Street and JFK Boulevard, North Front Street and Hunting Park Avenue, South 58th Street and Baltimore Avenue and Cobbs Creek, Ford Road and Belmont Avenue, Kelly Drive and Falls Bridge, and South 17th Street and Washington Avenue.
I think it's necessary. People are just driving through red lights, and it's causing all sorts of problems.
I would say red light cameras are a good thing for everybody.
Yeah.
Taking people more, making them less likely to actually blow through a red light and things like that. Just becomes a matter of enforcement, right?
Which that enforcement comes in the form of a $100 fee for violators.
We examine the high injury network. We look at the places where these incidents and accidents are most likely to happen, what creates those accidents, and try our best to offset those issues based on things like the red light cameras and other investments in infrastructure.
Currently, the red light cameras have 34 locations. According to the 2024 PPA Red Light Program report, there is also studies for 64 other locations. If approved, there will be more than 100 red light camera locations in the city, which Councilman Isaiah Thomas says their focus is safety for everyone, but also not hurting some of their most vulnerable.
So the goal is to make sure that we look at it through an equitable lens, to make sure that we do it in a way where we're really focusing in on a high injury network and trying to put ourselves in a position where people can be a little safer than what they are right now.
Now, construction at those 7 new locations is set to begin sometime next year. Dawn?
All right, Greg, thank you.